Welcome to K-Wave. I'm Hongbin Jeong, your South Korean living right here in Singapore, bringing you all you have to know about the Hallyu fever or the Korean wave. It's K-Influencer today, and today I have a very special guest. And he is a man with many talents, a man with many hats. He's David Young, and he's a multinational businessman and CEO influencer, venture capitalist, lawyer, and a K-pop artist. That is just a mouthful to say. Can you believe it? A businessman and CEO and a lawyer by day and a K-pop star by night. And he has just released his newest single, Maybe Love. And this is a collaboration with Moonbyul from MAMAMOO. And this new release also marks his second release under his label Rainbow Bridge World, following the release of In My Pocket featuring hip hop rapper Kid Millie. Now, without further ado, I'm honored to invite onto the show the multi talented David Young. David, welcome to the show.
Hi. Hi everyone. Hi
Hi.
Hongbin. How are you? 잘 지냈어요?
I'm How are you? I'm good.
Good, good.
Good,
Nice
good.
to meet
Okay,
you. Nice to
so
meet you. Yeah,
nice to meet you as well.
yeah.
David, I am so honored to have you on my show. But from what I understand, you are a multi hyphenate, you are a multinational businessman, a CEO, influencer, venture capitalist, lawyer, and a K pop artist. Please introduce yourselves. Is this really all the things that you do?
Yes, yes, yes. There's quite a lot to absorb at the beginning, but yes, I do quite a
Mm-hmm.
few things. One is
Mm-hmm.
my investment business. I'm also a lawyer and also a K-pop artist. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, interestingly, I started my K-pop career because of the entertainment investment that we were doing. So
Okay.
yeah, some time ago, I during Corona, I moved over to Korea
Mm.
to
Mm-hmm.
start some K-pop investments, entertainment
Oh.
investments. But from then on, I started developing into as an artist. Yes, myself.
I mean, okay, so I was gonna ask you how you got
Yes.
into being
Oh,
in K-pop, but
yeah.
was it always your dream? What kind of like stood out to you when you were doing business in the K-pop industry?
Well, initially, when I first came to Korea and I started
Mhm.
doing K content investments, I realized that if you're not really an insider, that means if you're just
Mhm.
investing from the outside and you're not really in
Mm.
the scene, it gets very
Yeah,
complicated at times because you don't get
right.
the right opportunities and you
Mhm.
don't really have the know-how. So for me,
Mhm.
I think it's very important to really be hands-on, to be really
Mm.
involved in the whole process, and that's where you really understand the business and that's where you really can make a difference.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, what was the process like? How did you decide one day, "Hey, I'm just gonna be a K-pop artist," and you being Singaporean, what was the process like to get to where you are now?
Well, actually, at that time, I only had like
Mhm.
business partners in the business. I mean, in the
Right.
entertainment business. So
Mhm.
when I was speaking to them, they were like, "Why not try being an artist yourself, being an influencer
Mhm.
CEO? You don't only
Mm.
have to be like a singer, but you could be more involved in the scene, doing more K content work. Making
Right.
music is one strong aspect of it, and then working with
Mhm.
different K-pop artists and idols like my label mate Moonbyul from
Mm.
MAMAMOO. Like all this, I think is a very important process,
Mhm.
and if you really want to do the business, but also as an artist, I think we have to go through different stages. But
Mhm.
I think the whole process was very interesting because like coming from a finance background to be
Right.
training as an artist, I think that
Mhm.
took a lot of time and effort. But I think for myself to if I really want to do something, I really have to make the commitment and the sacrifice to do it. I think that's really important. Yeah,
Okay, okay, but
yeah,
I mean, with all the things that you're handling, all the job titles that you
yeah.
have, how do you manage your time?
I think having the right teams are very important. Like for
Mhm.
myself, for our investment team, we have our own group of specialist professionals handling it.
Mhm.
Of course, I still oversee a lot of the work, but having
Mhm.
the right teams are very important. And for like our entertainment segment, I partner
Mhm.
with Rainbow Bridge World, RBW. They have a very strong team of managers that help me arrange my schedule, my
Mhm.
training, my upcoming projects, and even at Evergreen ourselves, we have our own entertainment team as well. So for me, I mean, one man can't do everything. One
Yeah.
person can't do everything. We really have to have the right team, the right people giving us support along the way. I think that's really, really important.
Okay, I mean, you mentioned that you were in South Korea,
Yeah,
well, you went to South Korea during
yeah.
COVID times. Since being there and the times that you've continuously been in South Korea, what were some of the challenges you faced, while assimilating to South Korean culture as well as working in the K-pop industry?
Well, I think definitely language barrier is one big thing. I mean, when I first came, my Korean
Mm,
proficiency was pretty low, so I had to
mhm,
really learn. But actually, learning the language, the best way is to be communicating with friends and
mhm.
in your daily life, your daily work. So
Right.
I stayed here for almost 8 months straight, 6 to 8 months
Mhm,
straight when I was doing COVID because we couldn't travel back to Singapore.
mhm,
So that was actually a good time for me to learn a lot. I mean, to improve my language skills. And also, I
mhm,
think a big difference would be the cultural difference because I think in Korea the entertainment scene is very strong, but at the same
mhm,
time there are quite a lot of barriers to entry. Like you have to have the right network, I would say, to be
mhm,
able to enter the scene, to know the right producers, to make
mhm.
music. And in Southeast Asia, in Singapore, I think it's much more open in the sense that information is much more readily available. But for
Mhm,
me as a foreigner going to Korea, when I first arrived, I think a lot of things were still very new to me, the language, the culture.
mhm,
So it was actually quite a harsh learning process. But yeah, I'm
mm.
glad it all turned out well. Yeah.
That's good, that's good. I mean, so you're a CEO by day and a K-pop star by night, and amongst all the other things that you do. So, what is your favorite job title? I mean, how do you introduce yourself? "Hi, I'm David, and I'm a K-pop star," or, "Hi, I'm a CEO influencer?"
I would still say that I will be a CEO first and an
Mhm,
influencer, CEO influencer, because,
mhm.
well, for me, I mean, music content is a very, very strong avenue. It's a strong way to connect with the young generation, to
Right.
inspire the next generation. So
Mhm,
it's more than just making content. For me, I would love to be the bridge between Southeast Asia and Korea because, as we
mhm.
all know, I think K content is really global and
Right.
is really really popular in Southeast Asia as well. So I
Mhm,
hope that for myself and for Evergreen to be the bridge between both regions. I think that's very important
mm.
and to inspire the youngsters, the next generation to chase after their dream, to follow their
I
dreams. Yeah.
see, I see. So what does, success look like to you as a multi-hyphenate with many achievements under your belt?
Well, I think definitely, I mean, for my businesses to do well is one of the objectives, but
Mhm,
even more than that is about really making a difference, making an impact in the society.
mhm.
Because I think as entrepreneurs, we really do have a duty to step up and to make a difference. It's really not so much about like how profitable our company is. Of course, that is important
Mhm.
for every business to be profitable, but how we
Right.
inspire the next generation and how we give opportunities to
Mhm,
our people in Southeast Asia to be able to try something that they always dream of doing. Yeah.
mhm. Okay, and speaking of achievements though, this is what we need to talk about. You've recently
Yeah.
collaborated
Yeah.
with Moonbyul from Mamamoo. How did you end up working with her, and what was it like working with her?
Yeah, actually, it's really, really interesting because before I
Mhm,
joined RBW, before I joined
mhm,
the label, I was actually an independent artist. So,
mm,
for my song with Kid Millie in my pocket, I had a
mhm,
dance challenge, and for this dance challenge,
mm.
I invited Moonbyul to come over
Mhm.
to come on it, and she really kindly obliged, and she hopped on the track. I mean, hop on the dance challenge, and we did a video together. So that's where our friendship started. So
Ah, I see.
before joining RBW, she was my
Oh.
first friend. So yeah, we had a friendship before that. And after I
Mhm,
entered the label, naturally it was my dream to be able to work
mhm.
on a track with her because she's an amazing rapper and
Yeah.
really talented. So yeah,
Mhm.
it started from there. And when I entered the label, then everything just fall into place. We meet up regularly to make music
Mhm.
together. And
I
finally, we
see.
decided that this track would be perfect for us to do a collaboration together.
That is awesome. So
Yes.
the song is titled "Maybe Love." What is
Yes.
the inspiration behind this song?
Well, I think in Korea now it's a springtime, and this
Mhm,
song has the best. I mean, not the best, but has a really good springy vibes to it, which I think is kind of cute and sweet. Even though in Singapore in Southeast Asia it's pretty much summer all day long, but I think
mhm,
the lyrics of this track is really warm and it's really romantic. It's a really suitable song for new
mm,
couples before they start in a relationship when they go dating.
mhm,
In Korea you call it a som, right? Som.
mm.
Like this.
You have a thing going
uh,
on together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like a butterfly feeling in your heart when
Mhm.
you meet your crush or something, when you
Yeah.
go dating with your crush. So I think I hope this song can relate to people of all ages, from teenagers to adults. I think it's really easy song that everybody can listen to, and
Mhm.
uplifting song that makes people feel happy. I think that's most important. Yeah.
Were some of the lyrics, kind of like based on your own experiences?
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm a bit old school in my dating life. I would say in the
Mhm.
past when I used to date, I don't go immediately jump into a relationship immediately. We have this
Right.
stage before getting into a relationship where we
Mhm.
I just enjoys each other's company, and just it's just that kind of something going on feeling,
Mhm.
which is pretty cute, and I kind of miss it because when you are so busy with work these days and business these days, you don't
Mhm.
really have the I would say opportunity to really it's those beautiful memories when you were young, in your
Mhm.
high school days, your university days, when you just it's very innocent and simple and sweet. Yeah.
That sounds great. So,
Yeah.
David, what can we expect from you now? How will you bridge the market between Singapore and South Korea to the world?
Well, actually, there are a few aspects definitely because
Mhm.
I think for the business side of things, definitely we will be looking in cultivating and bringing more talents over from Southeast Asia, not
Mhm.
only Singapore, but Southeast Asia to Korea for
Mhm.
training, and also to debut as idols and artists. I think that's one
Mhm.
aspect of the business. But also for myself, I would like to be an artist or a personality that is representative of both Southeast Asia and Korea. I
Mm.
think to be the icon as a bridge between both regions. I think that's very important, not
Mhm.
only as a business person but also as an artist. For
Mhm.
myself, I'm looking also to do more collaborations
Mhm.
with Korean idols and artists,
Mhm.
and to really establish this link between both regions, and
Mhm.
also in this process to be able to give more opportunities to our talents in Southeast Asia.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. So we can expect more music from you?
for sure. I think during summertime I'll be dropping a new track as well, and that will be pretty
Oh.
exciting. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you want to bridge the market between Southeast Asia and South Korea.
Yep.
I mean, there are probably a lot of young kids out there who also want to be just like you. So, do you have any advice for young and aspiring artists in Southeast Asia? They may just want to be like you?
Well, I think what I stand for basically would be, being a multiplayer. I
Mhm.
started as a lawyer before doing my before going back to my family business and doing
Mhm.
investments. So I never ever restricted myself to only one job or one
Mhm.
profession based on like society norms or based on the traditional thinking. For me, it's
Mhm.
always about breaking new barriers, having new challenges, and trying something different.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I would like to encourage all of the young listeners on your
Mhm.
station to be receptive, be open. If you want to be involved in the music scene, the K-pop scene, go for
Mhm.
your dream. But at the same
Mhm.
time, of course, don't only think of doing one. Don't only limit yourself to that one route. I think that it's
Mhm.
always good to have an open mind to try new things that come along the way. Because
Mhm.
along the way, like how I came to Korea, and I just wanted to do the business, but suddenly I
Mhm.
became an artist too because the opportunity came out along the way. It
Right.
was like it kind of like everything fell into place naturally. So,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you have to have an open mind to be receptive to take on this challenge or this new opportunity, because
Mhm.
sometimes the chance doesn't come again. It comes
Right.
once and you have to grab it and just go for it. I think having the courage and the mindset to go for it is
Mhm.
very important. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that
Yeah. Thank
advice.
you.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's really great.
Well, it was great speaking to you. And
Yes.
if you want to listen to his latest single, it's already out on your streaming platforms. It's called Maybe Love. I've been speaking to David Young, who is a multinational businessman and CEO influencer, venture capitalist, lawyer, and a K-pop artist. I'm Hongbin Jeong, and this has been K Influencers on K-Wave, right here on Money FM 89.3.
Money FM 89.